Okay, everyone. Today we are going to practice doing some figure drawing, just like our artist Keith Haring. And we're going to practice at least 3 figures before we make our final project. Now, in my sketchbook, the first thing I started with is I made a list of 3 different sports that I could practice drawing with a figure. So I wrote sports in my sketchbook, and then I wrote 1, 2, 3, basketball, swimming, and soccer. So I'm going to try and draw 3 different figures doing these 3 sports in my sketchbook before I can start my final project. Now this is my example of my final project poster that I have made. I have a figure right here, and it's showing movement with these movement lines, and it's doing an activity or a sport. So I chose basketball. So this is my final project. Now I'm going to start by practicing number 1, which is a figure doing basketball. So I need to start with my pencil. And I'm going to draw 1 figure to start, and it's going to look kind of like a stick figure like we practice in our sketchbooks. So I'm going to make a simple head, and then I'm going to try and make a body, arms, and legs that make my figure look like it's playing basketball, or like it's running after a basketball. So I think I have a pretty good stick figure there. Now the second thing I need to do is I need to take a colored marker, and I'm going to outline all the lines that I see in this figure to make it look more like a whole figure, not like a skinny stick figure. So I'll take my marker, and I'm going to go around all the pencil lines I see. So I'm not touching the pencil lines, I'm just going around them, kind of like how we outline. I want to go around each angle so that I keep those positions of the body parts that I see. So once I've outlined the whole body, now I can take my eraser and erase that skinny stick figure skeleton that was inside of the outline. So what I've just done is I've made a bigger figure than that stick figure was. So now I can color this in. I can color it in all the way, very carefully staying inside the lines, because I want this figure to look like it's running after a basketball. Now when I finish coloring my figure in all the way, I can add some details if I would like. I can add a ball that looks like a basketball. I can add a little ground here, looks like he's standing on the ground. I can add maybe a hoop so that he looks like he's shooting the basketball in a hoop. And I need to make those movement lines. I need to make my figure look like it's moving. So I'm going to put some lines around my figure and around the ball to make everything look like it's moving. So I think I'm pretty much finished that little sketch there. I've done basketball, and I think I'm all complete. Now once I finish that one, I can go on to a new space in my sketchbook, and I can try number 2, which is a figure swimming. Once I finish that one, I'm going to try number 3, which is a figure playing soccer. So if I don't have any space here, I can go on to the next page in my sketchbook. Now when I finish practicing all 3, I'm going to choose which one I like the best. So if I really like the basketball player and how I sketch that one, then I'm going to use basketball for my final project. So raise your hand when you have drawn all 3. You've picked the one that you like the best, and Miss Buettner will give you your final paper to start your final project, which will be your poster, your Olympic poster.